Okay, we're running with Yosemite now, so as a little celebration, I'm going to head over to Logic and going to work on this in a little bit of a different way actually. So I'm going to show you an interesting way to program beats, and this is using the Arpeggiator. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load up a track, and I'm going to load up an EXS24. I'm actually going to go for just a stereo here because this particular technique it doesn't need multi outputs, because each instance of the EXS24 is going to be my individual sound. Okay, let me just tuck this away, and we're going to go to the MIDI effects Arpeggiator. The first thing I'm going to do is I quite fancy laying down like a hi-hat pattern or something, and what I need to do is go to the grid, and I'm going to paint something in. And basically this is representing velocity. So I could go soft, medium, hard, medium. If you've ever seen any of my programming videos, you've seen this is a very common pattern. And now, so for anything, I've got my typewriter keyboard here, you know, the musical typing. That's running with the sine wave at the moment because I don't have a drum kit loaded. So over to the EXS24, come down to drums, electronic drum kit. So I'm going to go for this two-step remix kit. Let's have a listen. You know, what I love about this technique is that I can trigger. So when I'm triggering, it's triggering the actual arpeggiated pattern here. So we're not actually going for that kind of traditional musical arpeggiation. This is really just hitting one key and triggering one sound. Get some amazing textures. Now what I want to do is open up options and put the swing on. Oh, do you know what? This is such an amazing technique. So let me just find something else. Okay, you know what I'll use first of all? I'm going to use that tambourine kind of vibe. So let's set the grid up ready. And I'm going to set my quantize here. And I'm just going to go for 8s and get this sorted out. Let's have a listen. Back to the beginning. We can refine this if we need to. So back onto the pattern. Let me reduce this a bit. That's a wicked little groove there going on there. And we can actually get in there, make sure we've got that velocity switching going on. Come back to the EXS24. And just make sure we've got velocity going on here. You can see there that they're all the same. So we make sure we've got a nice range. If we do that, we're going to get the full benefit from this velocity range that's being programmed here. Okay, so that's wicked. So look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call that tambourine. And I've forgotten the key command to actually name the region as well. It's been a little while since I've worked on Logic. And I get my platform schizophrenia thing going on. I keep forgetting keyboard shortcuts, all that kind of stuff when I haven't used a DAW for a while. So over here now, what we want to do is I want to remember where I've got the ability to duplicate these tracks. I think it's over here, you know. So if I set this up, let me just go and check in the mixer. So the keyboards, I've forgotten my keyboard commands for the keyboard here as well. Let me take that away. Let me just push X. There we go. So yeah, look, I've got a separate instrument now. And this is going to be set up with the same arpeggiator. Let me come back. Let me get my keyboard here. I should really try and remember the keyboard shortcuts here. So musical typing, Command K. Okay, let's take that off of the mute. That sounds interesting. I'm going to call that block. This is a really interesting workflow, and going to make another duplicate here. I'll tell you what, let's get a kick down. And what I might want to do is in fact change the grid now. So we go instead from the 16ths to the 8ths. Let's find somewhere. Very interesting textures coming through here because we've got that swing on there. Let me just try it actually. I'm just going to go for something a bit more traditional. Ah, the one thing I forgot about is my programming. Of course, what am I doing? Let me take this down. That's wicked, you know, that's got a good vibe. Let's see how that fits in here. So we're starting to get a bit of a two-steppy kind of vibe. A little bit too regular there, so let me take this off. Wicked. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do actually, because it's getting too steppy, I'm going to take the tempo up 128 and let's get another duplicate up, and I'm probably going to go for like a snare here. Let's see what we got. Let me just make a little amendment to that programming. Let me take this one off. Back onto the Arpeggiator. Going to take the speed up this time. What I want to do is just really alternate that. I thought that was vibing a lot better at other points. Let me have a listen again. We're going to make some amendments to the lengths. Now I've just realized that the quantize on the way in was really spoiling my playing there. So let's go back and work out where it was originally. Let me just redo that recording. Actually, maybe it was a case of me hearing the first beat in the bar a bit differently. So let me find that. Where is it again? Let me get that musical keyboard up. I've just remembered. Come on, plus key. I've just noticed once again the quantize on the way in. This time I'm going to go for 16s. Let's try again. Okay, the first half was a lot better. Let me just check that. Yeah, wicked. So what I'm going to do, in fact, is I'm just going to take this, just make it shorter and bring this over. So you see what's going on here. This is a wicked way to program beats, and I'm going to make another duplicate. Let me see if I can find like a clap or something. And what grid are we on again? Let me just remind myself. Double click on there. Okay, we're on the 16th. We got this. Let me just take that back down to the 8s. My keyboard again. Not that one. Here we go. Come on, plus K. Actually, maybe we just use a finger snap. Okay, I've just realized that actually we're getting pretty loud here. Let me just drop in a limiter just to protect things. So I'm just going to use Dynamics Adaptive Limiter, and just going to bring the input scale down a bit. So let's have a look. Okay, let's come back now. Just wondering, did I just switch the kit somehow? Maybe. No, look, let's just go with this. Let's record that in. Okay, that was cool, but let me just check on here. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the other hits on here. So it's really flexible. All of this can be adjusted in real time. And then just to finish off with this very interesting little skippy two-step beat, just going to get the arpeggiator onto the 8s, which is great. And what I'm going to do is, let's just have a play around. In fact, I'll tell you what, this is quite interesting actually. We can use this almost like as a drum programming thing. So look, let me find myself that keyboard again. There we go. Let's get it recorded in, and we're on the 16th, so let's try 8s. That sounds nothing like I wanted it to be, but don't worry. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make some changes to that setting. This is a great thing about it. Once you've got something down, you can really get in there. I didn't mean to do that one. I think it was this one. So let me see how that sounds. Nah, let me try. Let me change the grid. Let me try again. Let me see what I'm trying to do here. Okay, now let me just do this. Let me, in fact, take this over here. That sounds terrible. Let me take that swing off. I was wondering why that wasn't working. It's definitely because of the swing, but it still needs a little bit more of a tweak here. Let me bring this down. Maybe it's over here. There we go. So anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to show you that technique. You know, not everybody's thinking of using an arpeggiator in that way. Load up the same drum kit, use it in different ways, different grid settings across all of your drum elements, and just triggering stuff in, literally playing those sustained notes, making them long and short to get the variation. You're going to get yourselves a really interesting beat in a real quick time.